I'm going to answer questions that have come recently in the comments because I'm sure there's people out there who want to know these things about professional golf, about college golf. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. It's episode 2 of season 2. If that sign sitting on my pillow didn't give it away, we're doing a monthly Q&A. We're doing the November Q&A. It's kind of chilly here in Florida, but I'm packing up. I'm flying to Ottawa tomorrow. Spend a few days with my family to surprise my nephew on his birthday, be a good Canadian boy, and go watch some hockey. First things first, I want to tackle some of your questions. There's been a lot of great questions coming in the comments below as the channel's been growing. I read all of them, and if I can, I'll do my best to reply to them in the comments. But I'm sure there's people who want to know those answers or have the same questions but don't see the answers in the comments. So that's why I asked you guys if this is something you think you'd want to see, and it was pretty unanimous that it was. I'm going to answer questions that have come recently in the comments because I'm sure there's people out there who want to know these things about professional golf, about college golf, about kind of anything golf related right now. So let's go. Got a question here from Shane. Hello, I'm a high school golfer and I have a couple of questions. First, I was wondering if it would be a good idea to have a swing coach. Second, I'm wanting to play for a D1 school for college and I want to know what kind of things I should be doing with my golf game to get me to that point. Well, when I was in high school, I did have a swing coach. It certainly helped, but you still are young. You still want to enjoy the game and have fun with the game, and still, if competitive golf is your thing, have fun with that. Having a coach, yes, it's helpful. I mean, there's no harm in it, but finding the right coach and finding a coach that won't make golf feel like work, because that is a recipe for disaster. When golf feels like work at any age, it's not fun. And when it's not fun, we don't play our best golf. So yes, working with someone on your golf swing is a good idea at any age, because there's professionals out there that can see things that we can't see, but tread lightly. That would be my answer, my suggestion for that. And in terms of trying to play D1 college golf, I'm not necessarily the best source for that. I didn't play D1 college golf. I went to school at the University of Ottawa. I stayed at home because it was just too expensive for me to go to the States, even on any scholarships I was offered. So I stayed at home. But the University of Ottawa, we had a great college team. We played a lot of D1 tournaments in the Northeast. And really what you should be doing is just playing good golf. If you play good golf, everything takes care of itself. So if you work hard, and if that means with a coach, that means with a coach, it takes care of itself, just like in professional golf. Good golf takes care of everything else. And for us, it's finances, it's progressing to higher tours. When you're a junior amateur, good golf can get you into college, progress you in that sense. But above all, good grades. It's not cliche, it's true. Study, get good grades, get a high SAT score, and if you're a good player, those two coming together will help you get into the college of your choice. So keep your grades up, keep your golf up, work very hard in both of those aspects, and a lot of opportunity will present itself. So I think that's the best answer I can give based on my experience and my limited experience when it comes to NCAA Division I golf. Here's a question from Alex. First things, he's praising the videos. Thank you, Alex. Wants to see some more on-course videoing, which is something that has also been pretty unanimous and it's been asked for a lot. So yes, we're gonna roll out more on-course vlogging. I like doing the 3-hole chunks, not overwhelming you guys with information, because if I talked you through 9 holes, it would A, be a very long vlog, and B, probably pretty boring. And then Alex has kind of a second question. How do you work on your mental side? Example, I have at least 4 to 5 birdie putts around. Continuously, I can't drop the putts because I think too much about breaking 70. Any tips? That reigns true with pretty much every golfer, I think, of any level. It's easy to think about the outcome. It's easy to think about what making this putt will do for our score. You're not alone, it's everyone. So you can try 2 ways. You can try to completely ignore the outcome, which is really difficult, or you can embrace and understand the outcome and understand the implications of a putt in your mind. But the thing that I do, which has stemmed from all my work with mindfulness meditation, is they're just thoughts. Thinking about the worth of the putt is simply a thought. It's not real. You still have to hit the putt. And what the putt means doesn't change what the putt is. It doesn't change that it's 5 feet, 7 feet left to right. If it's for bogey, if it's for par, if it's for double bogey, if it's for eagle, it's still a 7 foot, 5 foot putt that's left to right. when we begin to fixate on the outcome and run with those thoughts, then our body can kind of sabotage. The nerves can get up, the tension can get up, get a little bit tight, and we begin to, make a bad stroke. So sure, you can trick your brain to completely forget about the outcome, but that's very, very hard. So embrace it. Embrace that you have 4 or 5 birdie putts that you're missing. Embrace the challenge. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with what you have to do to make that putt go in. And whatever it takes, if it is tricking your brain to make it feel like it's for bogey and that will free you up, or I don't really know. I don't know what's unique to you. And I know that some people are better par putters than birdie putters because the par putt to save the round excites them more, gets the juices flowing more than the birdie putt to bring the score down. Everyone's a little bit different, but how do I train the mental side? A lot of it stems from mindfulness, from meditation, and just repetition. I hit a lot of putts in my practice, and when it comes down to a putt that means something, for example, a couple years ago I had about a 5-footer to win in a playoff. All I did was remind myself of how many 5-footers I've hit with my training aid, with that L ruler. I just reminded myself of that and stood over the ball and imagined the ruler was right there, and just boop, I popped it in and I happened to win. In that instance, that was the mental tip that I used. So fall back on your practice, fall back on your routine. That's probably a great way to help you make some more of those putts. And you will break 70, you just need to fall in love with the shots you're hitting as opposed to the result of the shots you're hitting. I hope that helped. It's pretty long-winded. It is pretty hard to, trick the brain, but I hope that helped a little bit. A little short one. It's been asked a lot as well. When are you playing with the Golfholics? Well, I sent them an email today. We've been talking, we've been coordinating. They're actually coming here to Jacksonville, and they'll be here for a couple days before I leave for Jamaica. So hopefully we'll grab a beer and we'll plan some things out. I'm trying to get there very, very soon. It's in the works. It will happen. It's just a matter of time. Stay tuned. It'll be coming very, very soon. Promise. Okay, here's a question from Devin. Thanks for being so good at staying involved with subscribers. Thanks, Devin. Any suggestions on getting into playing small pro tours? I think the most basic, easiest suggestion is have money. All these smaller tours are pay to play. So if you have the money, you can go play. So whether that's money you've saved up over the winter or money you just happen to have, or if it's you have people that want to back you, or you have family money to back you, whatever it is. It's kind of like poker or gambling or something like that. But that would be the tip for getting into the tours. A tip for staying on the tours or playing on the tours or choosing what tours to pick. That's a bit of research to be done on your end in terms of location, because location, how close you are to the home base of a mini tour and where they play around will play a big part into the expenses of it. For me, why I choose to play in Canada in the summer, it's a little bit more cost effective for me to set up shop in Ottawa and travel from Ottawa to Toronto to Quebec. And if I happen to get into some events across Canada, it's just a little bit easier to travel to them. So those expenses go down. Playing here in Florida throughout the summer would probably be a bit more expensive for me in terms of paying my rent and travel and that kind of stuff. And also the other piece of research you need to do, and this is again why I choose to play in Canada in the summertime if I'm not on a better rated tour, is the margins. How is the payout on a tour? How big are the fields? Is there a tour where a lot of guys are going? And does this tour pay accordingly or appropriately? Because unfortunately, there are tours out there that don't pay out very well. Your break-even point, your profit point is very high on the leaderboard. So do that research. Look at past scores, look at past payouts, and see where you think you would get the best bang for your buck in terms of playing. Yes, if you're playing fantastic golf on any tour, money is not the issue. You won't have to worry about that kind of stuff, but there's times when it comes to golf, you don't play great all the time. Even if you look on the PGA Tour, guys play great for 3-4 weeks, and then maybe for a couple months they miss a couple cuts or finish in the 20s and the 30s. For mini tour players, if you play great for a couple weeks and struggle for 3-4 weeks, which is very normal, where are you going to be playing that allows you the best benefit from those 2-3 weeks of good golf and the smallest hit to your pocketbook from those poor weeks of golf. So that's the biggest piece of research you should do after figuring out where, but they also kind of tie together. So it's where you want to play and where you're going to get the best value for your competition. And for me, in my almost 10 years of playing professional golf at a pretty low level, unfortunately so far, the best value is Ontario and Quebec. That's why I choose to play up there. Been around the block, and it's the best product, so I'm happy to compete up there. And if this coming year I don't get through Q School or don't go to Q School for Latin America or Canada, I'm going back to play in the Great Lakes Tour and the CCP Tour because they're the best. I think that's it for the first installment of this new monthly Q&A. Thank you guys very much for your questions. Ask some more in the comments, ask some more on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll flag some more of them and answer them next month in December. So give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We are getting oh so close to 4,000 subscribers, so I can't thank you guys enough for coming along on this journey. I'm flying up to Ottawa tomorrow, 4 or 5 days in the cold, so the Work Harder Wednesday might have to be filmed in the gym because I certainly won't be on the golf course. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.